All right, this is Carrie from the tech office, and I was asked to create a video on how to do a class list within LanSchool. So here we go. First, I'm in the teacher console within LanSchool, and when you want to go do a class list, you can either come to this side arrow and come down to class list, or you can come up to administer one-to-one and manage class list. So from here, this area, this big text box, is where my class list is. Well, I have nobody in there yet, so I'm going to come over to the right and browse for students. And what this will do is will give me all the students that are active currently. So what I would do is have my class go ahead and open up my computers so they are active when I'm going to set up my class list. These are all the students that are active right now at the high school, and I want to filter mine down. So I want to just say, okay, I only have sophomores in this class, so I can type in the year of graduation, which would be 17, and that will limit it down for me. Now, let's say I have this student in my class, but I also have these students down here. So I'm holding down the command button and clicking, so command click with my trackpad. And then I can't just go to save, I need to come up to add. And now it just put these students into my class. And I can do this some more. So let's say I have a freshman in there too. I can bring this down and add those students in there as well. So now I'm going to go down to the right hand side and save. And these students are now in my class. Let's say I have a student that's missing and I know what year they're graduating. You can go ahead and add them in with their year of graduation and their name, or if you know their student number, or their computer number, you can add that in too. So I know my loaner is not being used right now. I go ahead and do add student manually after I type their name down in this small text box. Now I want to go ahead and save this, and I'm going to save it as second block. And then I go ahead and close. Now this is when, so that's you just creating your class list. Now when you actually want to use it, you're going to go over to your class list, and then you can load class list. Now I have second block here, and I'm going to open that. And it does take a little bit for it to come open. And once this loads, then you'll have access to your students that you're having your class, and you can use all the other features at that point. But first thing is to do is create that class list, and then you have access to it at all times. And you can go ahead and update it anytime too. So if you have a new student that comes in, you go ahead and go back to that class list and add to it. Once this loads up, like it has now, I can go ahead and come back over to the right, and any of the points I can now use it and like see what the students are doing. And on the right, once the class is at the end of the period, I can go over to the right, go to class list, and I want to dismiss that current class. So I'm going to dismiss them, and they are now out of my class, and I no longer see their screen. And then you would just do that. So when your next class comes in, you come over here, class list, you load your class list, and then I would go to third block and open. And then I would see my students for the next period. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please let us know, and we'd be glad to help. Have a great year.